Now, your style is great. I love it. It's it's really good. You're not sort of like over glammed up and short skirts and all of that. So should things happen for you and should you go on to the live shows, will you try and retain your identity, if you like?
Absolutely. You know, like, I think there's so much pressure online as well for young girls and boys to be this sort of image, especially when you're looking at the pop stars and things like that. But for me, like, I'm 5'11", like, God knows I don't need a pair of heels. So, you know, like, I can't walk in them. So, you know, it's not for me, and I just rather feel comfortable and feel confident. You know, I'm hiding my wobbly bits or whatever. So, you know.
We've all got them.
We've
all got them. Now, did you do any yoga this morning? Because
I only did 15 minutes because I thought I might be doing some this morning because one of the producers said, oh, we might get you in some yoga poses.
I love you. Look at
so this. I was like, oh my gosh, I better warm up at least.
What is that called? No, but oh gosh, I'd be in hospital. Interaction.
Do you know what? I've said this before. I think the thing is with Instagram and things like that, you only need to hold it for a second and you always want to do your show-off pose. But ultimately, as I was saying to you before we went on air, yoga's for everyone. And the simplest stretching and a little bit of breathing can really do what yoga's supposed to do, which is calm you, bring that union between breath and body, and, you know, so, I mean, they're all good fun, but you don't have to do them.
But you are proper, you know what you're doing. I mean, we can find you on channels and everything and do it with you.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. But I think you're always learning as well. That's something, you know, I'd like to say, because I mean, I go to lots of different teachers, and even though I'm a teacher myself, I think it's important to keep growing, to keep learning, and to keep sharing what you learn. And I think sometimes you'll learn more from beginners because they'll say, I'm finding this challenging, I'm finding that challenging, and then it's how do you modify a pose to suit everyone, because yoga's supposed to be for everyone. It's not for people that are flexible, and, you know, it's for absolutely everyone.
You seem really in a good place, Danielle.
I am. I can't wait to get back to Spain to and see him. I literally flew in last night and I'm flying back today, so yeah, I'm happy.
Good. I'm really glad that you're happy. And you're saying this time, I mean, we know, and it's been well documented, the things that have happened with the past 2 pregnancies. I mean, your kids are grown up now, of course.
Joe's 16 tomorrow,
I can't believe that. She's 16.
I know. She's deputy head girl. She's doing really well.
Good for you. Good for you. That's great.
She's doing good.
That's really good. But you've said before that you were taking drugs when you were pregnant. But this time,
well, I had a lot going on in my life.
Why is it going to be different this time?
Because I'm very grateful for what I've got in life right now. Exactly, just to have a life is a blessing, really, considering what I've put myself through. So yeah, I'm just in a better place. I'm 43. You know, I did relapse after my marriage broke down, and I think that's what I'm a drug addict, so that's what I would go to. Some people will pick up a bottle. Right. Some people gamble. Some people have other addictions. Mine, unfortunately, was drugs and is drugs. I can, as a drug addict, never say never. But for me, I know there's a lot more to life than picking up that rubbish. Yeah.
Stuff that, you know, all the stuff you hear about, you know, not expressing your feelings and man up and be a man and stop crying and all that stuff. And in the book, I talk about how that left me unprepared for when my mum died.
Well, you're not alone in that, I don't think. And I think it's a horrible thing to say to somebody, man up. It's probably one of the worst things that you can say. Yeah. Because, you know, people are going through terrible times, or they're going through, I mean, you lost your mum. I can't imagine what that must have been like. It's absolutely hellish. And you're told to stiff upper lip. You know, oh, don't be a wuss. Yeah. You know, that kind of thing.
I'd sort of had that for a long time, and then because I was lucky enough to have friends and family who were saying, look, if you need to talk, I'm here, so just talk. And then suddenly this was, hang on, where did this start? This is all very novel. Now you want me to talk? Okay, because before, oh, right, well, how do you do that then? Yeah. It sort of leaves you completely untrained to do that stuff.
You were talking about Mr. Tarantino. Yeah. Is it true that he's only going to do 2 more movies?
That's what he says.
Surely not.
No, he has a thing which I think is quite bold, which is, he said, I don't want to, he said, I want to make 10 films or turn 60, one of the two. That's when I quit. Right. And so he's got, I think he's slightly younger than me, he's got about 5-6 years left in which to make 2 films. Right. And he's written them both. Oh. And then he's going to knock it on the head, according to him, and we're all...
That's okay, that's fine. Don't worry.
With him because we all want to just keep being in his films. So, but he said 2 more. But he's going to write a book, or I think he's already written that. I think he's going to do some... He may do some theatre. Okay. He will make television. Right. But it's not as if he's going to retire. I don't think he's going to retire in that way. But I think cinematically, he's usually pretty true to his word.
That's really... Well, you have to be in those last 2.
We're all trying.
I think you have
to. We still have a text going.
Though. You're a favourite, so you'd be in there.
Yes, keep saying that. Yeah.